Hello, Dr. Bill here. Today we're going to look at how to solve proportion problems. This is very important for both the ACT and the SAT, in addition to any kind of math class you'd ever have to take. If you find this lesson valuable, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and please share it with anyone else you know who that could benefit from it. And let's get started. Okay, so we have here, this is a less complicated proportion problem. It's a factory can produce 1,500 widgets in a 4-hour period. At this rate, how many widgets can it produce in 7 hours? So when we set up a proportion, there are a couple of things that are very important. One is to make sure that we are labeling the problem. And two, we're setting it up so that things are in the same position. For example, if we say here 4 hours, in 4 hours we can produce 1,500 widgets. Okay, so 4 hours is to 1,500 widgets, as 7 hours is to X number of widgets. Okay, so now I have my hours both in the numerator, my widgets both in the denominator. Okay, now to get my value for X, we would cross multiply, and we end up with 4X equals 7 times 1,500. Okay, let's do everything out step by step. How much is 1,500 times 7? 1,500 times 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. 5, carry the 3. 7 times 1, 7, and 3 make 10. So this would be 10,500. 4x equals 10,500. Then we would divide both sides by 4 to solve for x. So we need to see how many times 4 goes into 10,500. Well, let's see. Again, hopefully you remember the long division trick I showed you. So we do 4 into 10,500. 4 goes into 10 2 times with 2 left over. 4 goes into 25 6 times with 1 left over. 4 goes into 10 2 times with 2 left over. 4 goes into 25 times. So our answer is 2,625, which is B. Okay? All right, let's look at a slightly harder problem. Okay, so it says here, John has a miniature statue of a professional basketball player. The scale of the miniature is 0.5 inches to 1 foot of the player's actual height. If the player is 7 feet tall, how tall is the miniature? And they tell us to be aware of the fact that 12 inches equals 1 foot. Okay? All right, once again, we need to keep our units consistent, and we need to keep proper order when we set up the proportion, right? Okay, so here we notice this is a little bit harder because we're mixing inches and feet. So what we're going to do is say here 0.5 inches is to 12 inches. As, okay, now 0.5 represents part and 12 represents the whole, right? So we want the basketball player's total height, which is 7 feet tall, to be where our whole is, or our total is, okay? Now we need to convert 7 feet to inches, right? So we have 12 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 4 carry the 1. So that is 84 inches, right? So we put our 84 inches here, x inches on the top. So now everything's expressed in terms of inches, right? And what we have is part is to whole as part is to whole, okay? So now we solve for x by cross multiplying, and we get here 12x equals 84 times 0.5. And again, write it down if you're not sure how much it equals. 0.5. Okay, 5 times 4 is 20, 0 carry the 2. 5 times 8 is 40, and 2 makes 42. We have one number to the right of the decimal, so we bring that over 1. So it's 42. 12x equals 42. We solve for x by dividing by 12. Those 12s cancel, right? So again, now 12 goes into 42. How many times? Let's see, I'll just put that, okay? We bring up the decimal point, okay? All right, so 12 is going to go into 42 3 times. Since 3 times 12 is 36, that would mean that there would be 6 left over. 12 goes into 65 times with a remainder of 0, right? So the miniature, the height of the miniature statue would be 3.5 inches. So our answer is 3.5 inches, okay? All right, I hope you found this lesson on proportions helpful. If you have, again, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share with anyone you know that could benefit from the lesson, and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos. Thank you very much, and see you on the next video.